President J.D. Vance continued to peddle Republican claims that Democrats shut down the government in order to give undocumented immigrants free health care. Here is what he said in the briefing room yesterday, again, not telling the truth.
What they have done instead is to shut down the government because we won't give billions of dollars to health care funding for illegal aliens. That is what has actually happened. To the American people who are watching, the reason your government is shut down at this very minute is because, despite the fact that the overwhelming majority of congressional Republicans and even a few moderate Democrats supported opening the government, the Chuck Schumer AOC wing of the Democratic Party shut down the government because they said to us, we will open the government, but only if you give billions of dollars of funding for health care for illegal aliens. That's a ridiculous proposition.
This is not true. This is not true. That is not true. The message has been echoed by the GOP lawmakers and the Trump administration in recent days, but is highly misleading as U.S. law prohibits unauthorized immigrants from gaining any federally subsidized health care coverage through Medicaid, the Affordable Care Act, the Children's Health Insurance Program, or otherwise. What he said is not true. The Democrats' bill would not change the existing law. The changes sought by Democrats would only extend Medicaid coverage to immigrants whom the federal government has labeled as lawfully present, but who have not been formally given legal status that is enforceable in court. Republicans' Big Beautiful Bill Act, passed this summer, significantly restricted non-citizen eligibility for Medicaid coverage. And according to an analysis of Congressional Budget Office data, roughly 1.4 million could lose health insurance coverage under the bill's provisions. The Democrats' bill also seeks to extend subsidies that keep health insurance premiums low for people insured through the Affordable Care Act, which are set to expire later this year. Undocumented immigrants are already barred from accessing that money, and nothing in the Democrats' bill changes that. So again, as the vice president, again, saying things that are not true from the bully pulpit, from the White House press briefing room. It is tough to counter this message when it then ripples through all of, different members of Congress, social media accounts, and folks on the right. It's hard to push back against so many lies going in one direction. Let's bring in the co-founder of the Lincoln Project, Rick Wilson. Rick, I've been sort of defensive of the Democrats because everyone's going, why aren't the Democrats doing more? Why can't the Democrats get us backbone? I believe the Republicans are in charge, and we have lies trickling down from the top. It's really hard. You have any ideas?
Look, I think what you saw yesterday with J.D. Vance was his sort of tryout for the 2028 Hunger Games. Can I be as big a liar as Donald Trump? And he really was displaying that. That line was pumped out of a focus group by Tony Fabrizio and Trump's polling people because they recognize they're not trying to appeal to the middle of America or to the majority of America. They're trying to produce content for the Fox News conveyor belt. Right. And so they're going to lie about these things. But I want to start out with a top line that we have just this morning out of the Washington Post poll, where 47% of the people say that the Republicans are responsible for the shutdown and 30% say the Democrats. And why is that? Because Donald Trump chose this shutdown. The Republican Party chose this shutdown. And the Democrats, I think, yes, they want a message on health care and policy. I get that. But they should be attributing the blame. Look at what the Republicans are doing. They're attributing blame to the Democrats that does not exist, whereas the Democrats have the opportunity to point out to America once again, Donald Trump rules Washington with an iron fist. He controls the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, and the White House. He's the guy who chose this, and he's the guy who's been engaged in economic damage to the country. This is one more thing on top of the tariff taxes that he's caused, on top of the damage to our farmers, our manufacturers that he's caused. Now this, his choice, his party, his shutdown.
Okay, that's great. John Holliman, I'll let you take a jab at this, but I'm curious in terms of what Rick said. I feel like what Rick said was just a way better version of what I said, which is the lies come from the top and then they're put on a TV news conveyor belt for millions of people to gobble up completely whole without any question to them. And how exactly do the Democrats message in a sea of voices that are all working together on putting those lies on a huge conveyor belt?
Well, Amika, you're putting your finger on a challenge that Democrats have and that they have in the context of the shutdown as much as they have kind of all the time. This is obviously and I think
okay, we've identified the problem.
Well, yes, I can't give you a simple answer to that. It's a huge problem of our news media ecosystem that you're pointing to. But I think the specific thing here is that conveyor belt that you're talking about really does not. Is as Rick pointed out a second ago, those are talking points that are primarily they're not really reaching the voters who are going to determine the election in the midterms. They are primarily talking points on the conveyor belts that end in the homes of people who already support Donald Trump. And so, Rick, I think the question is, when you have a situation where Democrats you said it's important for Democrats to message on the policy point. They've chosen healthcare because they think healthcare is an issue where they have some strength. It sounds to me like the argument you think they should be making with clarity is not necessarily focused on any one specific thing, but is focused more broadly on the corruption, the illegality, the abuse of power, everything that is wrong with the Trump administration from the point of view of the Democratic Party. Is that what you would advise if you accept the notion that there has to be clarity and focus in order for Democrats to, quote, win the shutdown politically? What is the thing that you would have them say simply and repetitively over the coming days and weeks?
This is crazy and Donald Trump is hurting you. This is crazy. Donald Trump is hurting you. And Americans already ascribe chaos to Trump. They already increasingly ascribe economic damage to Trump. His numbers on the economy, on inflation, on prices, on the tariffs are absolutely underwater by 10, 20, 30 points in some cases. And so playing into that damage he's already caused himself by these terrible economic choices, including the big bad bill and everything else, I think that is an area where Democrats are able to insulate themselves from the Republican reflex action when the word health care is mentioned. And it also denatures this lie about illegal immigrants getting free health care. Again, that's a thing that was vomited out of a focus group by Tony Fabrizio. I get why they're using it. It's perfect red meat. But the idea that Trump is the chaos agent, that Trump is the cause of the harm. Farmers in America are getting screwed right now. Manufacturers, construction workers. The harm is rippling out there. And I think as Democrats go through this shutdown fight, they've got to be out front and center saying, we're going to fix this. Not just this shutdown. We're going to fix the rest of this if you give us power in the fall of 2026.
And Rick, I think you're right that the simple message, the better. But I also think we should take a moment here just to dwell on, returning to our story of a moment ago, the way that Russ Vought is punishing all blue states. That it's all states that voted for Kamala Harris. Most of them have Democratic governors, and in particular the president's former hometown of New York City. It's just so punitive. And I don't know that there are a lot of Americans. I mean, the Trump base might thrill to that, but I do think those Americans who maybe broke for Trump in 16, went to Biden in 20, came back to Trump in 2024, is that sort of just cruelty, the punishment of political foes? Is that what they signed up for?
A lot of them in the hardcore the Republican base did sign up for that. But there's an odd coincidence here. While Steve Bannon is no fan of mine, he made a point that I have to tell you was pretty smart. He made a point about cutting health care benefits and Medicare and Medicaid benefits to red states. It's going to hurt Trump's voters. Cutting the ACA benefit is going to hurt Trump's voters. It is going to cause them a lot of pain. A lot of those people, about 60% of those people that are on the ACA are in red states. This is going to cause them pain. So the Democrats, yes, pointing out the chaos, pointing out the insanity, pointing out that this is all Trump's choice. And I think one other thing that we need to think about why the Democrats are right to fight this fight right now is that Donald Trump will not keep a deal. He can say to them in the room, okay, vote to end the shutdown and we'll let you do the ACA subsidies. And then the next day say, nope, changed my mind. And who's going to stop him? The Supreme Court? I don't think so.
I don't know, Rick. I think that this is crazy, Donald Trump is hurting you concept is really good, but I think some people are tuned out, like whatever he says, whatever. And I wonder if, Democratic lawmakers and those who believe the truth about what is happening, they take it a step further and they, push out on social media and push out on any platform. Go on Fox News. But this is crazy. Yeah. Donald Trump is hurting you. This is crazy. This TV news host is lying to you. Show it. Mm-hmm. This is crazy. Mm-hmm. This congressman, your congressman, is lying to you. Show it and keep it really focused. But I think it needs to go beyond Donald Trump. And it needs to go to those who are holding up the lies.
Mika, I think that is very on point. I think that's exactly right. And Democrats have been hesitant to target Mike Johnson as hard as Donald Trump, or target John Thune as hard as Donald Trump, or target Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski and the rest of the softer Republicans in the Senate as hard as they go after Trump. Those people are now in political hot water, once again carrying the burden for Trump. And Democrats, they don't want to go on Fox. They don't want to go in that ecosystem and punch them in the face, which they have to sometimes go in that ecosystem and say, hey, Sean, you're lying. Hey, morning. Whoever the morning people at Fox are, you're lying. Saying that occasionally it ends up with those people just staring slack-jawed at the camera because they're not accustomed in that hermetically sealed MAGA media bubble to being challenged ever.